one for the year, and I cannot wait to hear again from this man. He is such a knowledgeable person, and cannot wait to hear more.
Oh, fantastic, Dave. Yeah, just a big shout out about the Power Tour. Ronan Trifon, our beautiful RA, thank you very much for taking the time to come over to Western Australia to bless us with your presence. I know everybody got so many golden nuggets from just even you having you in our company. I hope we definitely made the most of your time. Congratulations to Vina for organising it all. Oh my goodness, you did such an amazing job. All her heads of department, and look, everybody really, we brought this together and we made it such a good power tour. So congratulations. There's been LCs being launched all over the place, so it's pretty exciting. But Dave, I can feel your excitement.
You're not wrong there, Jess.
I reckon we get into it as well, because I reckon Andrew's pretty excited as well.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Would you like to introduce him?
Certainly can, Jessica. So, our fantastic friend and obviously mentor, Mr. Andrew Dixon, is a Diamond LC with extensive history and knowledge. He's an international award-winning influencer of the spa and beauty skincare industry for 21 years now. He owns his own and operates his own home business. He started with Global Wealth Trade in May 9th, 2015. He's part of the Perth Global Wealth Trade's Core Leadership Council, so massive congratulations, Andrew, and a very, very valid member. He is a business mentor. He loves helping people and has a clear focus on driving more people to become VIP customers. He welcomes and is excited and exhilarated method of operation, which he wants to be infectious, and it obviously is. He is excelling at the small goals he has daily to achieve the greater picture, and is really focused and determined to achieve every single step, so he and his partner can achieve the privilege of being parents. He is currently a Diamond luxury consultant, but not for much longer, because he is hitting that diplomat soon.
Oh yeah.
So without further ado, Andrew, are you there, sir?
I am both here, guys. How are you, bros?
We are well, thank you. How are you?
Excellent. I'm so excited and exhilarated to get this going. Thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody that's on this call. So we've had a monumental weekend, and you know, we were very blessed over the weekend to have Ronan Trifon here, and I was honoured and privileged to present and host over the weekend, and we're able to actually get some knowledge bombs out there. And we're going to go with that same enthusiasm and that same excitement and exhilaration, because it becomes infectious, it lifts everybody up, and it makes for such a harmonious community. So where to start? 2016, this was me on my couch completely overthinking everything. The ideas were coming, but everything just was like, this was my head exploding. So this is to everybody who is an overthinker and an overprocessor. 2017 needed to be a year of me keeping it simple. So in order for me to keep it simple, I needed to make some small promises to myself. First and foremost, I need to do things differently. I need to get uncomfortable. I need to read. I need to be coachable, listen, and hear. Now, you're all probably sitting there going, yeah, I know this, I know this, I know this. I knew this too, but if we go back to that first slide, that was me knowing it. Completely overthinking. So to do things differently, what did I do? Well, I set out some goals and some targets and some things that I really wanted, but I wasn't making the steps to make them happen. So first and foremost, I acknowledged that about myself. I knew what I wanted, but I was doing nothing to achieve them. I wasn't getting uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable in my mind, but I wasn't getting actually uncomfortable by doing them. Reading was my next little hurdle. The whole of my life, I've never actually finished one book from start to finish. I've read parts of it and flicked it to here and there and got a general idea, but I wasn't reading. So I wasn't getting knowledge that was beneficial to me, my growth, and my business. So 2016, the end of it, I began to read. I began to get uncomfortable, and I started to do things differently. I was always stuck on this idea of being coachable because people could always tell me one thing or another, and I thought I was being coachable, but I was completely shut off to what I was actually supposed to be learning, and that was by following in the footsteps of those other leaders that were already there. I had this problem with listening because I wasn't really listening. I was constantly distracted. So one of the tools I took was when I'm present with someone, my phone stayed down, face down, and my conversation remained, my eye contact remained, and my body posture remained completely in tune and on target. The last one is the word hear. Now, a lot of us miss this one, and sometimes it's from the art of listening, because sometimes when we're listening, we're switched on, we're not switched on. But hearing what others have to say is going to assist you in actually listening to what it is that you want, you need, and what others are wanting and needing as well. So, some small steps that I'm taking, because the feeling of failure and overwhelm can sink in so easily. And I'm sure there's a few of us on the webinar that can understand and connect with that. So first of all, give yourself a break. Set things up to begin achieving. So what I mean by that is find some small goals to achieve. Don't go for the big goals. I was overwhelmed. You know, I joined this business 2 weeks after Stacey, 2 weeks after Tanya and Kat, an hour after Brooke, and I was thinking I needed to achieve everybody else's goals, and then comes that boy on the couch with the glass over the top of his head, the glass bowl, overthinking. So I needed to set things up and start achieving for myself, but I needed to do it in a small way in order for me to get my momentum back. So I'll give you an example of my latest small goal and achievement. Now, Forensic Network was coming, and I needed $100 to actually enter the competition. Now, for me, it wasn't about the money. I knew it was about what is going to be achieved by my business and for my team, and for the greater team by me doing the Forensic Network a challenge. But the obstacle I had was I needed the $100. Now, I've gone down from a single income in our household, so so a single guaranteed income, and my home business that I run is my flexible income. So I needed to make sure that my flexible income that came in was solid, and I could get this extra $100. Now on this Monday night of a Monday night tour, Stacey says, "Are you in?" And I say, "I'm in. I've only got $30 so far towards the challenge, but I will make it happen." It was only $100, but I made it happen, and I did everything I could. I was calling people, making things, just doing everything I could to make that $100 happen. It didn't matter if I didn't achieve it, but for me it was a great thing to achieve it because it was small. So it was my first step in starting to actually achieve some of the bigger picture, because I was like, holy crap, excuse the language, holy cow, I have just done something so small, but it's actually so great at the same time, because it began to kick the change and my momentum. The other thing was connect and reconnect with yourself and others in the team. So I started to call and go face-to-face with other members. So I had become very disconnected from everybody and was very flatlined. I needed to be re-engaged, and it's important to re-engage, or if somebody is disengaged, you be the one that reaches out and just connects with them. You're not there to force them or push them into something that they don't want to do, but let them know that you're there, nice and simple, that you're there, and that they're not on their own and whatever struggles they may be going through. The last one, and I didn't do this a lot last year, and those who know me know that I love to laugh. So laugh often, even when all you want to do is cry, because it happens. Life gets on top, and so remember to laugh. Laugh so much, because laughter is the cure to the soul. So you'll remember the next slide in Stacey from Stacey's webinar. So I have have plagiarized this from Stacey's webinar purely and simply because this here is what set my momentum off its Richter scale for this year. So a vision board and a weekly planner. Now, I get stuck in my head and think, yeah, I've done it. And I put a couple of words up on a post and a couple of pictures here and there. But had I really done it, or was it in my head? And it was for every other year previous to this. And I was completely deceiving myself because I thought I had done it, I thought I'd wanted it, but really I hadn't put pen to paper. And the power behind preparing for your goals and your plans and setting things out on time, on target, and properly is purely simply actually finishing some of the simpler tasks in life. And for our business, our vision boards and our business and our personal vision boards and setting our weekly planner to respect ourselves, our time, our family, and what it is that we're trying to achieve was paramount, absolutely paramount to me now starting to move forward. So ask yourself, have you done this? Or is it in your head? Because it's no good in your head because you've got nothing to strive to, nothing to hold you accountable because every time you see it, you're like, oh, I'm a little bit step closer. How close are you to that next step? Or is that step unachievable because you're not making the motions forward? So what did I need to do? I had to strategize. Now you hear this word and what does it mean? So these are just some simple tests, some simple points because I'm going to go later on to the webinar. I'm going to show you what my first quarter of 2017 looked like, what my strategy was. So first, work out what the end goal is. It doesn't matter what your end goal is, but work out what it is for your business. You know, make it so big, make it so small, but work out what that end goal is for you and make it count. How does it, and then number two, how does it impact you? So imagine getting that goal and the impact it's going to have on you and your life, regardless of what it is. My third step in creating this was I needed to believe in it because if you don't believe in it, the goal's not going to work. The impact isn't going to be a statement that's going to move you in a forward transition. The fourth part I needed to do is I needed to bulletproof it. By that I mean I needed to make sure that nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, was going to take me off course. So, and by doing that, I needed to be honest with myself. So, by believing in it, bulletproofing it, and being honest with myself, it's allowed me for the month of January to stay completely on target. And this is where, for those of you who've been around for the last few weeks, have seen a new energized and invigorated me. And I'm hoping that, you know, that this starts to come through and reflect through for a lot of you guys as well. So keep your, the next part of it was, of my strategy, was to keep your My5 up to date. Now you see in the big red here, it says, say hi, My5, how's it going? Do it every day. If you've got nothing else to say that. It might start and spark a conversation that, because it shows that you're there and you're connecting with them. Your My5 are not just your business partners, but they can become part of your family and able to actually encroach and to build and strengthen your business. They're there and they're there working there with you, but you need to actually take that step and start working with them. My part 6 of my strategy, or 7, was to post motivationals daily. Whether they're personal and motivationals or if they're other motivationals that you can resonate and connect with. I never made my business about my motivationals, because if your motivationals that you're posting up are purely connected to your business, you can deflect your new customers coming to you or potential business partners. Because really, what is it, you know, if you're not having fun in life and you're not motivating people, what is it that you're in business for other than making $1? And that's exciting, but there's more to life than making $1. Be fun and have fun. That's my last little key to my strategy. Because without having fun and being fun, you can, you become a very unhappy person, and that's hard to be around. So 2017 was a new year with new records. So don't get caught up on what you believe you should be doing and what others expect of you. I suffered this so badly, purely and simply because I had myself on a measuring stick that was measuring against everybody else. Remember, this is your year with your targets. Not somebody else's targets, not one of your My 5 targets, not your family members' targets, not what other people tell you you should be doing or shouldn't be doing. It is your year, your targets, at all times. You've also got to remember your business is worth nothing without customers. So, on the weekend I taught to a few people that without customers there is no juice flowing into your business. Now, I've had a traditional business for many years, and my biggest reflection back in the last 12 months when I was like, what am I doing? What was my strength previously? And I was always fortunate enough to go into managerial roles and managing pretty big teams of girls in salons and spas. So my role was to bring customers in. They did the work. I bring the customers in. So what was it that was stopping me from doing it? And it was like I just had to think that I was having to do everything else. So I've stripped it right back to bringing in everything I can to bring in my 20 VIP customers a month. So in order to do that, if I do that and achieve that, it means that I would appear on Night of the Stars for getting 20 VIP customers. It's that simple. In my traditional business, if I wasn't getting 20 customers every 3 hours, the business would never have worked. So all of a sudden, my mind just went, wow, this is as simple as anything. I just need to expose people to what it is that I have here. So in simple, my 2017 first quarter strategy. Now, some people, there we go, some people may find that this is a lot, but the other things I should have written in here is I now am waking up between 5:30 and 6:30 in the morning when I'm a 9 a.m. wake up, generally, but since the 1st of January I have been waking up religiously between 5:30 and 6:30 a.m. And I wake up in the morning and I go to bed, and I make sure that I look at my strategy to see what it is that I'm needing to do to make sure that I'm running forward to all of these goals. So my first one was to finish 2016 off with how I wanted 2017 to begin. So that meant I needed to start turning up to events. I needed to start tapping in to webinars. I needed to start talking to my 5, and I needed to refamiliarize myself with the business and all the products that had come out and all the changes. 2, I need to attend every meeting and every event. 3, I need to participate 100% and put my hand up on taking on team tasks. I was afraid of doing this previously because I was like thinking I wasn't good enough. But it doesn't matter if I was good enough or not. Now I've got the belief that it doesn't matter. If I'm not good enough, I'm going to learn to be good enough. If not, I'm going to be better than good enough. 4, I'm going to connect daily with my 5. Something I wasn't doing. I knew I needed to do. I'd get told. It was repeated over and over. But I became afraid of it purely and simply because I didn't think I had anything. I knew nothing was going on, so I thought I didn't need to touch base. So it is important, even when you don't think it's important to touch base daily. Say hi. How are you guys? What's going on? Because there could be something that's inside going on in the My 5 that's going to give you your spark and give you your daily lift. Part 5 was to connect. Part 5 of my strategy was to connect with my first and second generations, regardless if they are active or not. These guys were people that I've connected with in an instance, and just because they're not active in my business doesn't mean that they won't begin to become reactive again, especially with all the most amazing things this company is now bringing forward for us. So I'm making the step every day to make sure that I'm reconnecting and connecting with first and second generations all the time now. Part 6, going face-to-face to team members that you have lost touch with. We get so stuck on social media and become keyboard warriors that we forget that face-to-face, belly-to-belly is the most important part to our business, and it can feed your soul by actually going and actually being in the company of a person that's without the screen. It's soul-warming and so beneficial, because you're going to learn so much from people when you're face-to-face with them. My other strategy was I was only strategizing for VIP customers in January. Now, this has been hard because we've had some great tours. We've had a great boot camp and tour weekend. My strategy purely was VIP customers only in January. But here's the offshoot from that. I still had 4 VIPs turn up to an event. 4 VIP customers turn up to the event to see a tour. So I've kept things simple and only targeted VIP customers. But the advantage and the offshoot to this is, of course, organically, I'm going to get people interested in the business without the intention of having them in my business. My strategy for February is it's the sales of the Very Posh at home parties. So January, VIP customers, February, Very Posh at home parties, and for March, for the first quarter, is to increase on my first generation. So it's only in the third quarter of this year that I'm actually anticipating building my team, but it's now already starting to organically happen. Part 10 of my strategy is I need to work on my business every day like it should be run. If you can't have a business and decide, oh, I'm going to do it today, and then not touch it for 3 weeks and then get back to it and touch it again, you've invested whatever you have invested as a retailer, gold, selenium, diamond, or yes, I've got all of them there. So whatever you've invested as, you've invested it. So work your legs off, hit the ground running, making sure that you're getting your return on investment. Because why did you do it in the first instance? You know, work out what it is that you're trying to achieve in your goals, because it's up to you to make it happen. Part 11, market your business. No business grows unless you are marketing it. You can't expect customers to come in your door. Like if you have a shop, a traditional business, there has to be something for customers to come towards you. They need to know you're there. You having this business and telling everyone that you've got it is not good enough. You need to actually be active, on your feet, out there doing it. Number 12 was I was wanting to do the Forensic Networker Challenge. Why? Because I needed to understand what it meant to stay forensic, and I needed to actually live it, breathe it, do it. Because that's what the success of the My Fives are. They're living, breathing, and doing the Forensic Networker Challenge. So I knew this. I was always thought I had the box sitting there, but I never did it. Now, by entering the challenge, I put some money to it. I had to work hard to get that money because I wasn't able to actually just pull it out. I needed to actually earn extra up and above what I needed to already earn to make it happen. Number 13, I needed to be me at all times. Not be the person who I think others wanted me to be, not to be this quiet person who didn't have an opinion or wasn't funny or sit behind you know, the shadows of other people. I needed to be me. However that comes across. My 14 was to hit Night of the Stars, which I'm working hard, and I think I have hit it. Number 15, I needed to complete the vision board. Number 16, I needed to read and listen to podcasts. So what I've done is there's a book, I now needed to listen to it because I wasn't computing and understanding what I was reading, and then I needed to listen to the podcasts. The last one was I needed to reward myself music daily. Music feeds my soul. So find something that feeds your soul and reward yourself with it daily. Do the work, give yourself the reward. And if you don't do the work, acknowledge it and still reward yourself because you're only going to start to punish yourself. So, accountability partners have been somewhat a big key to my success so far in the last beginning of the month, for the month of January. So if you're an accountability partner, or if you don't have an accountability partner, I suggest you do get one outside of your My5 and incorporate as part of your My5 contact daily. So my My5, my accountability partners, we have a daily AM and PM contact. It doesn't matter if it's a phone call, messenger, WhatsApp, Zoom, we have a daily contact. We set a weekly goal, we reward ourselves weekly, we constantly encourage, celebrate and lift one another up. So we have a little saying, with every no it's worth $1,000, so we put the $1,000 on our vision board. With every slap in the face you receive, and you know, the ones that hurt and the ones that, you know, start to hit your wall of belief, write yourself a $10,000 check and put that on your vision board, because that's what that's worth to you to actually break through it. We weekly have a face-to-face and or a Zoom, and we have the motto, we push for the impossible. So we set an impossible and try to do everything possible to achieve, if that makes sense. So we set a goal. The accountability partners, 2 of them work full-time, 2 of us, one of us works part-time, the other one's stay-at-home grandmother and mother. So we set 100 calls each. Now, 2 of the accountability partners were like, oh my God, how are we going to fit this in? But they're the ones who are actually pushing myself even harder, because they were creating it in the end, and what happened was we all increased our level of work and our productivity. So we then were leaving no member behind, because we were constantly AM and PM contact, constant, and then we began to incorporate the upline pledge. So if you don't know what the upline pledge is, put it into your My5 tonight and ask them to get that to you, because you need to understand how important that upline pledge is in order for you to stay accountable to yourself, your first generation, your second generation, and to this business. So just remember, with your My5 and someone extra pushing you, you have no reason to not begin celebrating your own success. So our VIP customers is easy as simple. Don't sell. Do not sell. Keep your intentions simple. Encourage window shopping. Imagine that your email is a physical shop, and what you want to do is you want to encourage them to come past and have a look at the window. You want to be light and fun, and this is a little saying that I've got, is no silver spoon syndrome. Now, I'll explain that. We all have an expectation that we have we are luxury consultants for a fashion design company, GWT, representing very posh and very mosh. So we have an expectation and a silver spoon syndrome that, oh, only XYZ should fit into this mold. Drop the XYZ mold and know that everybody that you can come in contact wears or is interested in at least one item that's in your shop. So no silver spoon syndrome, and remember, every exposure is a free VIP customer account. I have it ready to go on my phone at all times, and every exposure is a VIP customer. So every exposure, VIP customer. It doesn't matter who, what, how, or where they are. So, who? You need to create a target list. 20 VIP customers per month, and then repeat. So this list is pretty extensive, but if you just go, I'm going to go to who is your accountant, and I'm going to expand on that. My accountant has 3 secretaries. He has 5 other accountants. He also has a marketing person. He has a wife and children. Now I've just expanded that accountant out, so it's not just the accountant anymore. So think further than what you have as an initial reach, and you will start to build your VIP customers per month. You only need 20 VIP customers. So don't get stuck that this is hard. Work out of your boundaries and think every single person that you can walk past in front of. So tomorrow you go to the shops or go to the mall. You walk past someone in a shop engage and expose your business. Remember, the VIP account is free. Located in the back of your office under the GWT Home, back office, and the business tools and training. You should build your list and grow from this. So why is it so important to have your VIP customers? Well, now, as of the 1st of February, check this out, we sell our way to IA qualification. So now the more retail sales you build into your business, it means that you are automatically qualified for your monthly IA. It means you do not pay it. If you don't know what this slide means, or if you've missed any of the webinars, get in touch with your My5 as soon as this webinar finishes and touch base to understand it further. Branding parties and questions. Now, Dave and Jess, are you guys there on the webinar?
We surely are.
So before I go any further with the branding parties, have there been any questions that we can touch on so far?
There surely has, Andrew. Thank you so much. I'm just going to read them out. Starting with Sylvia. Andrew is a bomb diggity. You're amazing, Andrew, and such an inspiration to me. Thank you very much, Sylvia. Marilyn saying, Andrew, you're a friggin' amazing dude. I know the messenger's been blowing up as well. It's been absolutely awesome. And then we do have a hand up from, pretty sure it's Marilyn. So just stand by while we get Marilyn. Okay, just unmuting Marilyn there for you, Andrew.
No worries. Hi, Marilyn. Hello.
Marilyn, you might just have to unmute yourself at your end if you can.
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Yep.
Okay, all right. I think I actually hit that hand button by mistake, actually. I didn't really have a question, but I just have to say, listening to you, you're just amazing what you're doing there. It's, yeah, as you all know, I'm in Adelaide at the moment, and so I missed out on you know, the Saturday boot camp, but I've listened in on Sunday, and you were just really, really amazing, and we're going to have to get together because I've got to pick your brains. So, yeah, but other than that, no, I just wanted to say, just to let you know that you're doing an amazing job there.
Thank you very much, Marilyn. Thank you for tuning in. I know you're away on holiday visiting your grandbaby, so that's a key to success in this business, is just connecting in and tuning in when you can. So thank you for being on the webinar.
Certainly, Andrew. I think we just muted it, Marilyn again. So that was all the questions, brother. If you want to keep kicking goals, take it away, legend.
Right. So branding parties. So the month of February is branding parties, and I had the intention to get VIP customers for the month, and the offshoot to that is 4 branding parties, and today I was able to sell a piece of jewelry. I placed it on someone's wrist, they tried it, they wore it, they bought it. And I also booked another branding party. So I have organically had these branding parties now started to come in because my belief is to expose, expose, expose. But I do have a method to my branding parties. And Dave and Jess, how are we going for time? Because I was going to add this in 4 times. So are we good for time for me to tell people what my strategy is on the branding parties?
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. This is such a golden nugget, and you have so much experience. Please share it with us.
Okay, thank you. So I needed to come out with a way because I needed to be able to feel genuine, and I needed something to be able to, because this company gives us so much. So in following that philosophy, I wanted to be able to give my hosts of my parties something back. So this will be different for anyone. So this is purely my strategy. So make something work for yourself, but this is working for me so far. The month of February will be an awesome month, and I truly believe that. But so this is what I do. So each host, for every 10 guests they can get at the party, I'm going to give them $100, which I'll transfer from my IA account to their VIP customer account. So for every 10 customers, so if they have 10 people there, they get $100. They had 20 people, they get $200. It doesn't matter if there is a single sale, because what they've gone and done is they've just gone and extended my exposure of my business. Part 2, anybody present at that party who books another party and then has it. So they must book the party and then it must be completed. So they then host their party. I will then give the hosts a further $25 back into their account. So now all of a sudden I'm putting more money into their VIP customer account, which is a business expense for me, but at the same time it's also guaranteed future sales coming back in and flowing back into my business. Lastly, 8% of all retail sales at the party I give back to a charity of that host's choice. Simple. And that is as simple as what I have been saying. So to recap, $100 per 10 guests, $25 for each person who books and has to have had the party. So they don't get it on the night. The $25 flows back to them once that person has actually had their party. And 8% of all retail sales from the party is to a charity of their choice. The idea and intention is to expose, expose, expose without the intention to sell. It will come organically. I truly believe this. So hopefully that has actually helped everybody on board tonight, and I apologize for those if I have spoken too quickly. I get excited and speaking fast is my thing and something I'm definitely practicing and rehearsing for all of you. So without anything further, I'd like to hand this back to Dave and Jess.
Andrew, thank you so much, brother. Wow, you share so much with us. Thank you for respecting everybody's time as well. That is so, so lovely of you.
Andrew, that was fantastic. You spoke clearly, you spoke concisely, you spoke with passion and energy. Thank you so much for all that you shared tonight, mate, and so many people are going to benefit from what you've shared.
Oh, and I just want to say thank you, Andrew, for getting so real and raw. Like, sharing your intelligence with us tonight has just been unbelievable. And, like, you're getting back to basics, man, and it's so lovely to be a part of your reinvigoration, I suppose, because it's actually reinvigorating. I know, like, Dave and I are getting so much out of it. Your energy is infectious, man, and this is coming from two Energizer bunnies. So I just can't believe what it's doing for the rest of the world. You're absolutely incredible. And I think that really summarises what our RA Ronan shows us in his retail workshops as well, is expose, expose, expose. Remember, guys, we have a store. It's an online mall, and we can retail. If we had a Gucci store, everybody would come see it, right? They'd come in, say hello, things like that. So it's exactly the same with the VIPs. There's nothing to be scared of there. You right there, Dave?
Yep. I was just going to say, Andrew, have you got anything else to say, brother?
No, other than, you know, thank you for the honour and privilege to be able to actually do this, you know, and to also, anybody who wants to step up, just do so. I was afraid. I spent the last 2 years, you know, I signed up on the 9th of May. When I joined this business, and I was exposed to this business by Tanya and Katrina, and I've sat back and expected it to happen for me, and it didn't happen. It only happened once I started to step up. So if you're sitting there at home and you're listening to this, doesn't matter where you are, you know, if it's morning, evening, or afternoon, work out what is it that you need to do to step up and start to do. Because I made the very simple steps of just making sure I reconnected to the team events. And then it started to, and then I just started to get a clear vision and focus. So anybody there who wants to step up to hosting, presenting, you know, looking after any of the My Fives when they're on tour here, reach up to your My Fives and put your hand up and say, I want this. Not that you're going to do it, just say you want this and believe that you're going to have it and it's possible. And I trust me, because from my experience, it's happening already. And so that's my last bit that I'd like to pass on. But thank you guys for being such amazing hosts and coasting me through for this evening as well.
Oh, Andrew, you just warm my heart. I'm smiling ear to ear just listening to you. You're so right. And I think Stacey nailed it on the weekend as well. She knows what she wants, right? And this is our Queen Bee. And the how just comes, guys. So Andrew's the same. He set the intention and then the how just works it out. It's like, I suppose, sifting sand. It's all just going to find its place. You just got to know where you want to sift the sand into. Andrew, there's just some more comments that we want to share with you. Is Rock in the House, Dan, Andrew. That's from Bev. Henry, hashtag I see Henry. Can you hear our hashtags? Where have you been all this time, Andrew? You were epic. See you tomorrow. Hashtag I see Henry. And then, Andrew. Rob is saying, Andrew, the retail king. Absolutely. Oh, Ronan's on the line. Hello, Ronan. He's saying, you guys are great, and Andrew is the best. Joseph. Wow, Andrew, awesome, my friend, and thank you for being so real. So lots and lots happening there, Andrew, which is super exciting.
The one thing I want to finish off with before you guys get into the rest of the announcements, and I apologize that this is going a little bit over, but the one thing I've done is I've stepped into taking action, and there were tiny steps to start with, but do it and start to make the words match the actions. And then you will start to find yourself becoming energized. And like I used to love sleeping until 9 o'clock, but now I get upset if I sleep past 6:30. So make sure that you start to live and breathe your word, because your intention and your impeccable word to yourself is only going to make your business explode.
Definitely, Andrew. Thank you so much for sharing that, mate.
How can we finish with that? All right, guys, so to finish, we're just going to go through some announcements. All right, so the New Year's recap. So we're blasting into 2017, guys. Remember the promotions that Ramin has given us. I was actually privileged to be on the CDSC call with Ramin today. Guys, if you're not diplomat or above, let's get you there. Let's get you there before convention as well, because, oh my goodness, we're all going to be up on stage together, right? Because we're all one big family. And Ramin put so much work into all these incentives for us, all the background work. We have no idea how much work he puts in, in the office 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. So he absolutely loves us and respects us. And look, he's giving us $500 off new gold emails, $1,000 off the diamond email packages there. So any questions about these new incentives, guys, please put them in your My5, just because we want to get through these announcements tonight. And of course, guys, become a diplomat, and you can take the first steps to your free car. Oh, no other company offers a car program that can qualify you in as fast as 30 days, guys. Ramin has taken all the best compensation plans, all the compensation plans and made it the best with GWT. Absolutely sensational what he does to us. Dave, do you have anything to add?
Just remember those guys. Remember the guys. The $500 off the gold emails and the $1,000 off the diamond emails is incentive for people to act fast. Okay, so that's when you're on a tour night and they say, I really can't afford it. That's when you go, okay, well, right now we've got $1,000 off the diamond email, but yeah, you have to sign up now. Okay, guys? That's what it's there for. It's not to be offering a cheaper discount at another time. It's there for people who are ready to take action, who just can't afford that little bit more. So keep that in mind, guys.
Absolutely, Dave. And remember, guys, the speed of the leaders is the speed of our business. Sell your way to IA. So Andrew touched on this quickly. So this is in regards to when you accumulate the PV, personal volume of 150, 75 or 35, depending what package you're at, guys. If you accumulate that volume during the month, your IA is paid for. That means your business expenses are covered.
Yep.
So if you think of traditional businesses, guys, they've got rent, they've got, like, as soon as they turn on the light switch and unlock their door, like, there's, like, money going out the door, right? GWT offer our business with no expenses paid if you qualify.
And what better way? Like, you don't pay your rent in a Gucci shop by selling Gucci products. So, yeah, guys, again, Ramin as that saying, if it doesn't exist, create it, and if it does, make it better. And he just keeps making this business better and better.
And that's in all areas of your life, guys. You can really do that. All right, Dave, take it away.
So we've got the Perth Weekly Tour, guys, this Wednesday in Northbridge. We've got the fantastic diplomat Rod Pampling along with the amazing Andrew Dixon, Diamond LC, who we heard tonight. It's going to be at the Hotel Northbridge, the usual location, guys. So 6:30, get down there for registration, and then for a 7 p.m. sharp start. $10 for LCs, and guests are free, of course.
I remember, guys, that oh no, I can't remember. Oh, the more people the better, right? Every event you attend, you'll learn something, you'll pick something up, absolutely. So if you're in the Perth area, get yourself down there.
And that's it. If you don't have a guest, guys, go yourself anyway. But please, let's get some guests to these tours, and it's building your business every single time.
Absolutely. Okay, for this one, we're talking here about the 11th Annual International Convention. Now, guys, I'm actually just going to share my screen here because I've gone into our back office and it has all the details, of the 11th Annual Convention here. So the updated itinerary has just come through. So we've got from March 23rd to 25th in Toronto on the Wednesday. We're going to have the Niagara Falls Mega Tour. So it's going to be at 7:30 p.m. The Flawless Champagne Launch Party. Woo-hoo! Who's excited for Flawless? That's going to be an absolutely flawless event, let's put it that way. Friday is going to be jam-packed with business training from our one and only CEO. That registration kicks off at 9 a.m. The Saturday is all about product training and our IT releases. Remember, guys, this is at the Sheraton on the Falls. Now, this is the Canadian side. I will admit, the first time I went to ring up and book our hotel, I got all the way to payment, and they go, oh, yes, that'll be something US. And I was like, I want the Canada side. So please don't do what I did. And book on the American side, make sure you get to the Canadian side. Also your visas, we need to get visas sorted out, book your flights, and who do you know in Canada, guys? Let's start prospecting.
Exactly right, babe.
Dave and I are super excited. All right, and before we kick off tonight, we'd just like to hear a final farewell to hello to our Ambassador Katrina Naylor. I'm just going to unmute you now.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, thanks Kat, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks guys. So I just wanted to quickly jump on. I've been listening in, and one thing I want to say is being reignited by people within your team. So obviously, you know, I'm upline to yourself and Dave, and also to Andrew, and to see you guys and what you're doing and the excitement just reignites me. And I just love seeing you guys grow. And Andrew, you hit it out of the park tonight. I know that everyone's got so much out of tonight's webinar, and yeah, you've risen from the dead, and I can't wait to see what this year is going to bring. So you're inspiring everyone, same as you guys, Dave and Jess, always inspiring. And yeah, just wanted to say thank you so much. I know that it's the boost that I've needed coming into the new year, and can't wait to just see everyone's success this year. So well done, guys.
Thank you so much, Kat. You are fantastic.
I must say it's so lovely to have leaders reinvigorated as well, because it really pushes us along.
Yeah, that's exactly right, mate.
Okay, Dave, well, I'd love to respect everybody's time here tonight, and if you don't have anything else to say, we shall say farewell to our family.
I think we shall, Jess.
Wonderful. Guys, thank you very much for your time tonight. Andrew, thank you so much, dear brother, for sharing your golden nuggets with us. Sorry, David's giving me a hand signal.
Just, I guess on that point, this is our last...
I know we've got one more.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, I looked today.
Retract what I said earlier.
You get one more to go with this, guys. Also, guys, if you have any feedback, please let us know as well. Okay, guys, have a great week, GWT family. We love you guys so, so much. So grateful to have you guys in our lives. And, hey, let's take this to the billion like Ramin wants us to.
Exactly right, guys. Stay forensic. Stay hungry.
Woohoo! To the billion, guys.
To the billion.